poem called Deed of Light. I don't know what that title means. You know, a deed, like you have the deed to the house or something, but I said a deed of light, so I don't know. But who did music? Someone did music here.
Annie did music.
Annie.
So sometime when I start a poem, I don't just think of a line. I'll think of a rhythm. The music. And so what I heard was da-da-da-dum. I heard that kind of rhythm. And so it made, if you can see the poem, it's very thin. See, it's very thin. The lines are not very big. Everything was short. And the shortness of it cathected in me a feeling of I don't know how to describe it. Kind of a sad, longing feeling of loss. So I had that feeling before I even wrote the words, that like a feeling of loss. Okay, so I'll read it. A deed of light. My sister dies. I am not born yet. She barely strikes soul and goes. My Uncle Jack dies. I am not born yet. It is right to give me his name. Among other things, it means something smaller than the usual of its kind. A small stuffed puppet set up to be pelted for sport. For years, they call me Jackie. My father sneers. What kind of name is that? Uncle Charles dies. Everyone in the kitchen stands and cries. A year later, on the kitchen floor, Uncle Lou dies, vomiting on the newspaper under his head. I bring him more newspaper. My socks flap at the toes. My name is Jack, a small national flag flown by a ship. The next year, we move to the new house, this time of brick. Martin Shapiro dies. My mother drags me to the wake. In the open coffin, his face can be seen all the way from the back of the chapel. Applejack, jackknife, jack-o'-lantern. Aunt Adela dies all summer in the back bedroom, withers on the sheets of cancer. Jackie, she says, show me the movies. My mother prances with grief around the grave. Sarah Bernhardt. A year later, of cancer too, she gets it down. Hisses bitch at the nurse the last 2 days. When I leave for Europe, I forget to tell my father goodbye. In Italy, the phone rings. Come home, it says. You're the man in the family now. Jack Snipe, Jack Straw, Jack in the Box. From tides to bushes on Sundays, each of us dig holes in the backyard, this growing further apart. Carl, who is my brother, Louis, who is my brother, Charlene, who is my sister, Jack Smelt, Jack Shaft, Jack Pot. I am Danielle's Uncle Jack. I am Benjamin's Uncle Jack. I am Ari's Uncle Jack. My arms become trees, solitary with the base pale face of a green kitchen door. Jewels for teeth to kill my father. See me, see you, see who dies on Tuesday. No more of graves and names on the dead. I spit on the dead of the dead. The Jack deads and the Charles deads and the mother deads and the father deads. My name beats the bush that sends up flocks of birds. This lantern cut to look like a human face. The name looks out of my eyes. The meaning looks out of my name. Jack is a deed of light.